On today's Fishin Affliction product spotlight, it's about the great selection of lines from SEAGUAR. Whether it's fluorocarbon, braid, or monofilament, the lines that SEAGUAR offers are always the best and provide you the absolute top quality that money can buy. And with the new additions of their monofilament and braided lines, there's no doubt that SEAGUAR has a line for your favorite kind of fishing. So head on over to SEAGUAR.com and spool up your favorite reel with some of their great fishing lines, and you'll see why SEAGUAR is always the best. And now back to Fishin Affliction. Now folks, what you're about to see is the big dog and his son Luke trying to find a ramp to launch that beautiful Ranger boat. But before we go any further, let me set this up. Now this trip that they made down to Florida to enjoy the Florida Frenzy was a 5-day total trip, with the first 3 days fishing with JB Bassmaster in the Orlando area. But the last 2 days, the big dog and his son Luke headed north to the Harris chain of lakes and fished a little-known lake called Lake Yale. Now, when the big dog and his son Luke made it back to Nashville, the big dog came over, gave me the camera that had all this fishing footage on it, and that third day with JB Bassmaster wasn't on there. So when I started producing and editing this show, this was exactly the footage that I came across after that second day that they fished with JB Bassmaster. And that's exactly how I'm going to share it with you. But don't worry, we did find that third day with JB that we'll be showing here in the next several episodes. So let's find out what the big dog and his son Luke are going to find there on Lake Yale in the Harris chain of lakes.
Look at that lake out there on the other side of it, though. Dang it.
We want out there.
There's got to be a better ramp.
There's got to be. Try somewhere else.
I'm going to go look up here. That's never going to get deep enough to take the Ranger out of here.
You can't even get through that. There's no way. That's maybe 10 inches of water.
The lake's just too low. The lake's dropped down. Lake Yale. Okay.
Well, folks, this is turning out to be an adventure just trying to figure out how they're going to launch that beautiful Ranger boat. But after taking a look at that map and letting his son Luke behind the wheel of that beautiful Ranger powered by that Mercury Optimax motor, they hit the waters of Lake Yale to see if they could continue catching those big fish during that Florida Frenzy.
All right, we're on a little lake called Yale Lake in Florida coming back from Orlando, and it's right outside. Used to be connected, I think, to the Harris chain, and we've been on the Harris chain. We fished it yesterday, fished Eustis, and then fished Little Harris, and we only caught 4 or 5 little fish, you know, mainly males, but we just broke through this little thing. I mean, it was all we could do. You see how high the motor is. It's all we could do to get in here, and the water temperature is 60 degrees in here. I hate to say it, we're probably about a week early, but we'll find out. The temperature's right on the borderline. With all these cold fronts we're getting right now, it's really setting these Floridas back as far as their spawning sequence. We're just not seeing the beds. We've had a lot of darker water. Now, we just broke through this area, and it's a big sand bowl back in here. And this lake actually looks like it's about 6 foot down right now. And it's you know, it's like a lot of these lakes are in Florida. They're used for the orange grove irrigation. And you know, we've seen a lot of crappie fishermen that hadn't caught much today. And we've got a major front coming, winds blowing 20 to 25 on the main water. So anyway, and I'm standing on the back, and I'm too heavy to stand on the back if we're going to go in here, so I'm getting ready to go. 59.5 degrees. Got back here on this little bar, just trying to see if we can spot any beds. Really not spotting any yet, but the water's finally, we got to a place where the water's cleared up, where you can actually see the beds. And I'm gonna push back in here as far as I can get to see if I can spot any beds. I'm throwing a big swim bait, just seeing if I can get some of these males to react on this swim bait. There are a few beds in here, that's good. I'm not seeing anything on one yet, but look, we got a real big one coming up right here. Right, two side by side, right there. Oh, what a toad! Oh, what a toad! Oh, what a toad! Oh, what a toad! No, he ain't that big. He ain't like the ones we did catch it, but dang, what a good fish that is, boys and girls. Come on in here. Woo! I'm gonna tell you what. When you come to a new lake that you've never even seen before, never talked to anybody about, and you make the right move in 2 hours and you're catching those, there ain't no better feeling in this world.
Stick him in the box with a hero shot at the end of the day. Maybe we can catch some more.
All right, folks, the big dog and his son Luke have got a dandy in that Rangers live well as they've made a move to Lake Yale and the Harris Chain of Lakes there in Florida. And on next week's episode, we're going to continue with part 3 of the Florida Frenzy as we share with you the adventures of the day with the big dog and his son Luke, having a whole bunch of fun trying to catch those big old Florida largemouths. So tune in to Fishin Affliction TV next week and you'll see.
Why'd you get water on the lid?
I don't know. I'll take a shower over here.
This week's Team Fishin Affliction featured Facebook friend is
Matt Stewart.
And thanks for being our Facebook friend. For your chance to join in the fun and become an official Team Fishin Affliction featured Facebook friend, simply like us on Facebook. And be sure to write a comment on our wall. As always, a big thank you to all of our national and local sponsors for providing us with the most advanced technology and highest quality products and services. Be sure to visit each of our partners online through the sponsor links page on our official website at FishinAffliction.com. And this is your old pal Matthew Gillen, the voice of Fishin Affliction TV, hoping that you'll tune in next week, because there's no doubt that Dan and the big dog got it bad. They've got Fishin Affliction for those who got it bad.
Hey, in case you don't know, my buddy JB is one of the most competitive guys you ever seen. Hey, all right, how big you think she was? Hey, turn to the camera and tell the people. He is not a happy cameraman. He just had a giant on.